I'm Jason Snavely with Drop-Tine Wildlife Consulting, and today we're on Drop-Tine Farms in Pennsylvania. It's May 14th, and we've got our good friend from Gallagher, Greg Miller. Greg,
how's it going, Jason?
Thanks for dropping in. We appreciate you. We're going to show you the Gallagher. By now, this system has become quite popular all over YouTube, written about in all the popular publications. But we brought Greg here to show you how this works. We're going to set about a half acre up or so here as a demonstration. We have clients that come to the facility here and they want to see it, see how it works. So we're going to go ahead and set one up. You know, here on this facility, we're blessed because we have a lot of acreage to plant food plots in. Therefore, we can swamp our deer. But the truth is, many of my clients don't have large food plots or a high number of food plots. So we practice a technique called forage banking. And basically what that means is we want to protect or enclose a certain food plot or a portion of a food plot and protect it and bank it for a later period or a specific nutritional gap at any point in the late season. Perhaps you want to hunt over it in the late season. We will oftentimes protect. We just finished planting a Eagle Forage soybean plot here behind us, and the soybeans are very susceptible to being overbrowsed early in the development. So we're going to go ahead and protect a half acre of the Eagle beans, make sure we bank a certain amount for later on in the season, just in case for whatever reason the rest of this plot is consumed. And Greg's here. Fortunately, now we're going to go over some of the specifics and the particulars, and I'm sure Greg will give us some pointers on how to make sure we effectively keep deer out of what we're trying to exclose. So Greg, what am I holding here first of all?
You are holding a 1-inch in diameter fiberglass post. We like to use the one that has the pre-drilled holes every 2 inches.
Okay.
Makes it easy to measure. It's a good solid post, probably lasts you up to 20 years in the field. And we're going to use a metal clip. Just a simple clip. We're going to place it in the holes, bend it down, and we're going to run our product or our wire turbo.
Okay. So now tell us a little bit about this solar charger.
As a B100 solar unit, it's a solar panel. It sits on a deep cycle marine battery. The reason I like that for food plots is not all solar chargers are designed the same. This one's designed to stay hot at night. Obviously, Jason, that's when your predators are most active. So that's why it'll do actually up to about 100 acres, but even as small as an acre plot, that's what I would recommend.
Excellent, excellent. Now you mentioned predators. Real quick, while I'm thinking about it, a lot of questions come in from my clients, and Greg, you help out a lot of my clients with these systems. What about bears? Will bears destroy this system? Will this keep bears out?
Yeah, it absolutely will keep the bears out. Some guys will actually, on the outside with the tape, they'll actually put an extra wire in there to make it 4-strand fence instead of 3. A lot of times with the bears, you'll put some bacon or some molasses on the tape to get them to come up there and catch it right on their nose.
So once they get hit, then
once they get hit, they're gone. Okay. That's why as soon as you hook up your fence, you want to make sure it's hot right from the start.
Right away, and that's a good point.
You don't want a guessing game.
We have had some clients set their fence up and not juice it for a couple of weeks. Not particularly the Gallagher fence, but some other spin-off, put together homemade deals. And that was part of their problem, is they left it sit out for a couple of weeks as the deer approached the turbo tape or wire or whatever they had for the juice, and they sniffed it. They didn't receive that negative reaction.
Right, you want them to get a good taste of it right away. And when it comes to the bears, it's a misconception. A bear is a lot easier to shock than a deer. A deer has hooves and a hollow fur like a goat, very difficult. A bear is well grounded like a human.
Absolutely.
A bear is actually a bear is a lot easier to keep out than a deer would be.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so we've got the posts, the charger. What are some of the other, just the major components of this while we're doing this?
It's gonna be the turbo tape, which is gonna be your outside fence. We're gonna run it at 18 inches off the ground. We're gonna let it unravel like a football, like you're a running back, so it spirals off.
Okay.
That way it breaks up the contrast to the land. We want the deer to see it. We want it to. We don't want to put it right on the wood line. We want to give them some space to come out of the woods and see it. If you give them enough room to see it, then they'll respect it.
Okay. Okay.
On the inside,
turbo tape.
Yeah, that would be the turbo tape. It is it's a 9-strand mixed metal. It's designed to do greater distances. There is other products out there, less expensive products, but you're better off to go with the turbo wire and turbo tape. Turbo wire, 9-strand mixed metal. If you look at it, Jason, you can see there's a lot of metal in there.
Absolutely.
Metal basically translates to conductivity, so it's going to carry the power over a greater distance. 1 acre, 5 acres, 10 acres, whatever you would do.
Great. Okay, so you got your clips.
Got a poly wire tensioner. Essentially what that's going to do is we're going to put that in the middle of your run, and that way over time, as it sags over time, you can just give it a couple clicks and tighten it up.
Well, good deal. I see that's about the gist of it. Real quick, we're busy. I mean, just this morning, we've been answering emails, working with clients, planting food plots. I took out a 25-minute time slot to kill a longbeard up here. So, we're busy. How long, and my clients are busy, how long does this take to set up, start to finish, in and out?
Yeah, a little over an hour for an acre. You can do an acre in an hour.
Okay.
I mean, maybe not your first time out, but you certainly could get to that efficiency. Right. Very easy to put up, Jason. You don't need no special tools. All you need is a post pounder, pair of scissors, and you don't need to be a fence builder to do it. Anybody can come out of the backyard and do it.
Right, right.
It's very easy to put up. No special tools needed.
Okay, now what about expansion? Can this unit be expanded upon next year if I want to cover this entire field, or I want to move it to another field?
Absolutely. You can do, like I said, the Charger's it's got a 2-year warranty. Lightning and power surges are included. So anything goes wrong with that Charger, it's covered for 2 years. It is rated to do up to 100 acres. So I don't know about you, but nobody's doing a 100-acre food plot.
That's a big chunk of ground.
So the Charger's good to go.
Okay.
Everything else, basically, you can buy yourself a reel. I don't have one here, but you can buy yourself a reel, roll the product up if you want to, use it again next year somewhere else.
Okay.
Posts come out of the ground pretty easy. The tape and the wire are the only things really that you're going to replace over time. Probably 5 to 7 years, depending on where you're at. The wind and the rain can beat it up over time.
Well, Greg, I can tell you, I appreciate you taking care of my clients over the years. Just prior to you, when you called me and stopped in to see me here at the farm, we had clients that we were literally putting up high fence exclosures to keep the deer out, reversible fencing techniques. I mean, these were, woven wire deer fence with 2 12-foot gates on either end. And, as far as we were concerned at the time, that was the only 100% deer-proof exclosure. And until I saw this work, I thought this was a joke. But to date, I think you've been working with my clients for what, 5 or 6 years now. I have not had anybody come back with anything negative to say about this system, or with deer in their plot. So I'm completely sold. I definitely, I have a unit here on the property and one up in my New York property. So let's go ahead and.
If you want to compare it to the high fence, I mean, it's night and day as far as, the labor, the labor and the money. I mean, if you want to talk, it's about, people always want to know how much it costs. It's about $1 a linear foot before you factor in the Charger. So, I mean, it's affordable when you compare it to...
That's a fraction of the cost of...
Plus the labor. Yeah. I mean, you don't need that other stuff. You need to know what you're doing as far as fence building.
Sure. Well, you have to sub that out, and that's what we did. We subcontracted the high fences out to a contractor. So this is a do-it-yourself, 1 hour. Hey, I can handle that. If the turkey gobbles, I may have to leave you for a little bit.
That's all right.
But
that's all right.
We'll get it up and see what we can do.
Sounds good, man.